Hi, I'm David Shiflett, and this is what I call the Hoe Down, Throw Down Challenge. First, you're gonna need a hoe. Alright, this is a hoe. You can buy this at most hardware stores. They're pretty cheap. This is a pretty cheap one. If you're gonna buy one of these, make sure it's got a decent handle. Hickory handle is always a great thing. The other thing to look out for is the end of this hoe. These things break. Typically it's this blade and this weld to this curly bit on the hoe. And that'll fall off, and then you need to, tack weld back on there. But yeah, you can find different varieties. Typically what you want a hoe for is to get rid of weeds, like this. It's a lot of weeds. You want it to look like this, no weeds. This is probably the definition of back-breaking work, having to hoe giant amounts of weeds. With this hoe, it's pretty back-breaking. But there's a company that makes a hoe, makes this job a lot easier. Let me show you what that hoe is. All right, this is a Rogue hoe. It's made by, I guess, the Rogue Tool Company. Buy these on Amazon. It's got a really good hickory handle. The blade, though, is what's impressive. They have all sorts of different sizes. I think this is the largest size. I have a number of these. All the blades are made from old disker blades. So if you've ever seen a disc plow being pulled by a tractor, they take those blades, they cut them up, and they make hoes out of them. The crazy thing about this one is it's very heavy. This is a very heavy hoe, and you can really get rid of weeds pretty quick. The other great thing about it is you can sharpen it, and it will really keep an edge. This edge is razor sharp. So if you're going to use something like this, remember, it's sharp. It will go through your shoes. So if you've got a decent hoe and you're ready to do this, first thing you want to do is, hoe the weeds. So let's see how that looks. All right, once the weeds are hoed, the next thing you're going to want to do is rake the weeds. Let's take a look at what that looks like. And let's take a look at what that, the final product looks like. Okay, so this is an area, the weeds have been removed. They've been raked, shoveled into these larger piles. You're gonna be surprised at how much weeds you're gonna have. And like I said, they're almost sod. As you hoe through these things, it's gonna start rolling up like a carpet. So you're probably wondering, what do I do with these? Well, you could throw this away, but there's a lot of nutrients in this. So you may want to compost these. That should generally kill any seeds that are in it. If you were to just use this, like spread it out or something right now, you're just gonna get a lot of weeds back because there's seeds in it. The other thing you can do is, cover this with dirt if you were composting it, because if it gets wet and there's sun, weeds are gonna grow. You could dig trenches, you could put it at the bottom of the trench, cover that with dirt. If you cover this with about maybe 6 to 8 inches of dirt, the weed seeds aren't going to grow. They're going to die, and after a while, you won't have any more weeds. At least that's the theory. Thanks for watching. If you like this channel, click subscribe. If you got some comments about it, go ahead and leave me one. I'd love to hear it. All right, good luck using your hoe, and I hope you can get rid of those weeds and you don't break your back.